Rory?
Yeah, good. What about today, Jos? Good on you.
Thank you.
You've seen and done a lot with England. Where does being part of the 6th highest Test partnership of all time rank among your experiences?
I think I just thoroughly enjoyed that partnership with Zach. It was a pleasure to watch him from the other end. Unfurled a quite incredible innings there. It was a pleasure to watch. He hits the ball incredibly hard, shots all around the wicket, and he's a great kid to bat with. So really enjoyed it, great fun, and glad that we were able to put together a really good partnership and put us in a strong position in the game.
A couple of years since your previous Test 100, did you find that actually helping Zach along and sort of coaching him along and being the senior man, did that take you out of your own head and have you less focused on your own milestone?
Maybe yesterday. I'd say not today really. I think spent a bit of time thinking about it, and sort of that on and off period at the start of the day as well was not ideal to sort of get into rhythm, and you just wanted to get in the game and try and get there really. So very aware of I'm just desperate to reach that milestone. I was probably more nervous than Zach was last night, I'd say. So just delighted to be able to get there.
Thank you.
Dean Wilson, please.
Yeah, hi, Jos. Well played. We've talked to you many times about sort of tempo of batting and things like that, and the difference between one-day batting and Test batting and all that sort of stuff. But is it fair to say, and did you feel as though that was probably your most Test-like innings in the kind of traditional sense of the word? Really trusting that defence, leaving the ball so well. I think you went almost 38 overs without hitting a boundary at one stage. I mean, does that feel like real Test match batting to you?
Yeah, I think so, and I think I had a really clear game plan, and I think that's really the crux of it is working out my game plan, adapting that to any given scenario and sticking to it. I thought I did that well today, and I actually felt like I probably lost my rhythm a bit. Would have liked to maybe have been a bit more positive. Like you say, didn't score any boundaries for a long period of time, so maybe just lost a little bit of energy in my batting. But certainly yesterday I felt was some of the best I've felt at the crease. Really disciplined with my game plan. My movements were good and felt really balanced. And from that position, it allows you to make good decisions. So and I think, like I said, tempo is good. I know when I play well, I leave the ball well, and that's part of my game plan. So like you say, it's a nice tempo for me to play at, especially yesterday.
And how much satisfaction do you get from the length of the innings, for example? I mean, Ben Stokes has spoken to us about facing more than 300 balls. He never thought he'd actually have the patience to do that. How much satisfaction do you get from facing so many balls and batting for such a long period of time?
Yeah, I was just trying to make it last as long as possible, and felt really good out there. So just wanted to keep going, and knowing the position we're in the series, if we could pile on some first innings runs and bat for as long as possible, it would sort of take the option of Pakistan sort of winning this game and levelling the series, sort of make it really tough for them. So it's a really good wicket as well. We found it was probably one of the better wickets we've played on recently. It's definitely the first time and I've ever faced that many balls. So it's nice to be able to sort of prove to myself I can bat for that long.
Thank you.
Okay, John Etheridge, please.
Jos, hi. I've joined us a little bit late, but I don't think you've been asked about Zach in particular, so I just wondered what you thought of his innings, really.
Yeah, it was a pleasure to watch. I've been really impressed with Zach, around the group and the way he's played. I think he's got a really positive outlook on his batting. He looks to take the game on. He's a great kid, and he deserves everything he got today. I thought it was a pleasure to watch from the other end. He had shots all around the wicket off the front and back foot. He looked incredibly tough to bowl to, and it's fair to say I haven't seen many guys hit the ball as hard as he does either. He times it incredibly well. He's obviously a big guy. He smacks it. So it was a pleasure to watch. And like he says, he just sort of went through the gears as well and really put Pakistan under a lot of pressure.
it could be the start of something quite special, as far as his career is concerned. More hundreds to come, maybe.
Yeah, absolutely. It's certainly not going to. He's going to score a few more. I thought it was a fantastic innings. It'll give him a huge amount of confidence. Obviously, he's done pretty well already in his short career, but an innings of that magnitude will give him so much confidence and belief to take forward. And he's a great kid. He's got a very level head on his shoulders, and he won't get ahead of himself, and he'll be hungry for more. So I think it'll be the start of a very special career.
Thank you.
Okay, two more, Rob Johnston and Stefan Shelnick, please, from the BBC. Go ahead, Rob.
Hi, Jos. Well played. I think earlier in the summer, Joe said that he was quite impressed with how you were playing technically, and I just wondered whether you've done any work on your technique and any specifics around that.
Yeah, we worked on a few things. I think the period of lockdown was quite good to sort of reflect on my batting and sort of some things that I felt like I needed to improve. And I think, I've felt good at the crease. A lot of my practice is sort of outcome based. So I've spent a lot of time in practice just trying to hit on drives. For me, I know if I can hit that shot, it means I'm in a really good position. And that's the shot I look to try and line up all day. And Joe's given me a lot of confidence. I had some good chats with him about batting. As a captain, he's given me a lot of confidence, and he has a lot of belief in me, and I think that's sort of really shone through for me as well.
Thank you.
Stefan, last one, please.
Hi, Jos. Do you think that sometimes the brilliant things you've achieved in white ball cricket have led you to maybe be criticised more in Test cricket when you haven't quite reached those heights? And have what you achieved this summer left you feeling maybe more at home in Test cricket than you ever have before?
No, it's a tough question. As probably a couple of games ago, probably thinking I was about to get dropped. So certainly it just proves to me how you're never far away. I think you never got to maintain that belief in yourself. I've certainly questioned myself at times in the last few weeks, but I found a really good headspace to sort of keep hanging in there and sort of that realization that you're never really that far away from both good things and bad things happening. So when it gets good, you've got to stay very level and know that you've got to keep working hard because things can change fast. But maybe that positive outlook and belief that you can do good things has really served me well in the last few weeks. And so I especially just really enjoyed it as well. I think I really missed cricket in the lockdown. You sort of really enjoyed the break, and you come back into it. You sort of realise how much you want to play and how much playing for England is a pleasure. So I think all those things are the above.
Thank you.
We'll just sneak you in the last one then, if that's okay. Thank you.
Yeah, cheers. Hi, Jos. Well batted. Do you feel you're benefiting from being part of the Test bubble? Because in a normal summer, you'd be pulled in, 3 different directions, essentially. Has it been a benefit to you to just be able to focus solely on one format?
I'd say not particularly, really. I think if I look, at my game, obviously, Test cricket would be number 3 in terms of my strength. So certainly over some previous years, I take a lot of confidence from white ball cricket. That is my strength, and scoring runs in that format or playing well and being able to bring that confidence into Test cricket has served me really well. So I think in the last 12 months I've only played 3 T20s, I think, which is probably unheard of for me, having the amount of white ball cricket I usually play. So but certainly in this period and the lead into this Test bubble, it's been nice to have a real training block as well. It's something we don't really get very often. You're always sort of planning your practice around the next match, which is usually in a couple of days' time. So having that period in lockdown to get away from the game and then start gradually thinking about it and things that I'd like to improve and that individual training block to start with, where you could just focus on my batting and sort of come. I think it's been a really beneficial thing for me to sort of look at a few things and sort of try and work a few things out, and it's been nice now at this game to sort of get some rewards.
When was the last time you hit a white ball?
Back in South Africa, in those T20s. So, I've got a few in my bag that I'm itching to get out.
Cool. Cheers.
Thanks, everyone. Cheers.
Thanks.
Good evening.